All right, so that's the very video which introduced the hashtag bigger than Jay-Z, bigger than Jay-Z, bigger than Jay-Z. So does that mean, that's the question a lot of people are asking on the streets, that when they said, or when Posse G said Sarkodie was coming out with a song or had a collaboration with someone bigger than Jay-Z, and in a statement he said, Obia Penasem Nipakono, everybody loves the person, he's a musician, but he's actually bigger than Jay-Z. Now, word on the streets, or what people are asking, is that, okay, is Bob Marley truly bigger than Jay-Z? And the other questions people are asking is, well, if you've come out with a song with Bob Marley, yes, all well and good, but I mean, the person is a ghost. The person died over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? But in my opinion, it doesn't even matter. Bob Marley is Bob Marley. Go out there on the streets and ask any child if they know Bob Marley. I'm sure you find children who know about Bob Marley but may not know about Jay-Z. But in this case, Jay-Z actually
there's a present generation who don't know Jay-Z.
Yeah, he does.
Jay-Z actually also idolizes Bob Marley.
Yeah.
And we are told that one of his projects, one of his albums, he actually traveled to Jamaica for 4 months seeking inspiration for that particular album. And in every recording studio that Bob Marley ever recorded, Jay-Z visited those recording studios. Now, I want to splash some photos on your screens right now that will tell you the Bob Marley influence on even Jay-Z. First off was when he started his dreadlocks. You're going to be seeing pictures of Jay-Z that kind of looks like Bob Marley, especially when he started to grow his hair. At a point in Bob Marley's life, he had his hair looking
when he started growing the locks,
looking just like this. So that's what we are discussing this morning. Is this really a big deal? Like the Sac natives are making it look like, or it's just one of those? If you ask me, it is a very big deal.
It is a big deal. Even in 2021, so Jay-Z granted an interview and he was asked that which artist in the world would he ever want to be like? And he said that if he dies, he would want to be memorialized like Jay-Z. So, I mean, clearly he did say it, and he's lived by it.
He would want to be memorialized like Bob Marley.
He said that's the only artist in the world that he would want to be memorialized like.
And that album that he went to Jamaica to seek inspiration for was the 444 album that he released. And you can tell the Bob Marley influence even on. But let's talk about something else. The art cover, please bring it back. The art cover of this feature by Sarkodie, the Bob Marley song which features Sarkodie. I love the color. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. But so that's the artwork we are talking about. I mean, take a look at it. Do you see Sankofa on there? That's the yellow one, yes, to the left. And then we see
Kube. I see Kube.
Exactly, Kube. And so
Kube is what? What party is Kube again?
Coconut.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the party.
The party.
Kube is what? GCPP or so.
I think so.
One of them.
I think so. So this...
Kube is PNC.
PNC.
Okay.
So this is a proper Ghanaian African Jamaican representation, even in the artwork. And if you ask me, this is the biggest deal from the highest.
Yeah, but we have to also put matters into perspective to say that there's a strong link between Africa, West Africa to Jamaica and the rest of the Caribbean, because most of the slaves that were most of the slaves that were taken from our shores were headed to the plantations, the sugar plantations in the Caribbean. So we're talking about Jamaica, Barbados, the Bahamas, etc. And they were all supposed to go and work in the field. So historically, we seem to have a very strong link. And since we decided to start that migration or invitation of those in the diaspora from 1992 when Pan Affairs was introduced by the Rawlings administration to make sure that we invited those in the diaspora. We've had a strong link between the Bob Marley family with Rita Marley and the rest of his crew, or the sons also having a whole home in the Caribbean Mountains and deciding to stay for the greater part of the year in Ghana, because if you look at the weather on the Ikepe Mountains, it resembled what they would see or reflect or experience in Jamaica as well. And when you go to Jamaica itself, and you tend
say
to watch...
it well, Jamaica.
Jamaica. And you get to look at the type of food that they cooked.
Right.
And you look at the historical,
you know, they
and
have
the penis.
kokonte. So their version of kokonte is called kokainte.
Kokainte.
That's how they call it. Yes.
So if you go,
that sounds.
If you
sounds like something I know from Mexico.
Okay, so if you look at the way they prepare their food, etc., right, and it's all linked to how the slave masters decided to deny them of a lot of things because they worked the plantations, they were treated as slaves, so they had to use their African roots.
Bless me.
What they also learnt, to be able to re-engineer many other things to be able to cook their food. So they even use coconuts and many of the things and meat and to be able to do many things that reflected where they were coming from in Africa or West Africa, because you know they were coming from various tribes in West Africa, and once you're coming from various tribes in West Africa but you're all transported in one ship. So the ship will come from the shores of the Gold Coast, Elmina, etc. They'll go to Nigeria. They'll go through Dahomey, you know, and then pick those in present-day Nigeria, the Igbos and all that who were brought to the coast, and then they'll take them to the Caribbean to go and work the sugar field. We seem to have a lot of things in common. So it is big.
It's a big deal.
I'm not too sure about how we're thinking that it's better than Jay-Z, etc. Because for contemporary times, Jay-Z, maybe after 10, 20 years...
He's the hover.
Yeah, will be the legend
Jay-Z
for young
is
people
the hover.
today.
Wait. Jay-Z is the hover. Jay-Z is the hover. But Bob Marley...
But Bob Marley is legendary.
Wait.
Legendary.
Bob Nesta Kojo Marley.
Easy.
Bob Nesta Kojo Marley. Jesus.
Now, if we're talking about the biggest artists, Michael Jackson and Bob Marley, who's bigger?
It's difficult.
No, I'll take.
That's difficult.
I will take for the influences of
Bob
Marley. I'll take Bob Marley.
You choose Bob Marley.
And for the times, maybe for the times that we grew up, I'll take Michael Jackson.
Charlie, we should open the phone lines.
I know, right?
Between Michael Jackson and Bob Marley.
Yeah, we can.
Let's
I think for pop music, pop culture, Michael Jackson. But I think for consciousness, for influencing pop culture, for influencing social change, for influencing socio-economic ideals, Bob Marley. Jamaica.
But get ready to call us after we read the tweets. We want to hear from you. Between Michael Jackson and Bob Marley, who is bigger? Who is more of a legend? But let's take a look at the tweets now. Now, Feli says, so you guys wanted him to rap in reggae and make you spit it, and I make you spit in English. Okay. If they wanted an English rapper anchor, they wouldn't choose Sark. And then Sark to
bro for change Jay-Z.
Sark
to bro for change Jay-Z.
Okay, someone says, I'm just waiting for that waste man to come and say, oh, who's that? No,
we won't read this.
Is Bob Marley bigger than Jay-Z? Of course,
yeah. Bob Marley's bigger than Jay-Z.
Yes.
Hello.
Okay. Wrestling with Reb says, hey, no, nah. I can't get that. Some of you guys making noise about Sarkodie's collaboration with Bob Marley should rest. The man is a legend and bigger than Jay-Z. Bob Marley's celebrating he celebrated worldwide even though he is dead. That's what you meant to say. That's Sark's attorney. He's spoken. No one can speak after that. Here Siba says, no disrespect to Bob, but bring the likes of Kanye and Rihanna out. Bob is a legend in reggae music and Jay-Z in rap or hip-hop.
We agree to that. But even the Jay-Z you're talking about idolizes Bob Marley. So what are you saying?
No, but the thing is that it's a generational thing. But
that's what I said.
But if you look at the influence of Bob Marley on music, etc., over the years, and I remember Boy George used to. If you know Boy George, the legendary Boy George of the UK, used to belong to a group called...
you can't remember.
I think
it will come to you.
George Brothers.
But
no.
We are talking.
Boy George.
Oh, it's not coming.
Okay, when you remember,
but
let's
we are
read some more
talking
tweets
30 years and over after this man died. 30 years and over. Yeah. How many children who bear even the surname Marley are still playing music till date? Many of them. Many children of Bob Marley are still making music. 30 years after the man passes, he is able to come out with a song with the highest, and you're telling me it's not a big deal.
So Boy George used to belong to a group called Culture Club. And they all had inspirations from reggae, Bob Marley, and everything. So you could see that Bob Marley has birthed a lot of people. And if you listen to the rhythms of reggae, they have influenced every sort of music that we have today. It could be rap, it could be jazz, it could be everything. You can find them in reggae. And reggae has its roots in African music, high life, everything that we also tend to have. Look at what Burna Boy is doing. From the music of High Life, Fela, the influences of Amachi Dede and everybody. And just speak to Professor Collins, who has been a big musicologist with the University of Ghana. And you can say that the overall or overarching artist within this argument or narrative will have to be Bob Marley. Anyway, but we have to pay credence or give some lot of credit to.
We are putting this on Twitter, by the way. We are asking you out there. The hashtag is TV3Newday, and we are asking you, Bob Marley and Michael Jackson, who is the biggest? Let us know. We'll be activating the phone lines in no time for you to be able to call us as well. But however you take a look at this, I think it's a big deal for Ghana. And the question that better ask, so is Sarkodie bringing the Grammy home after this song?
I think so.
The song that's playing in the back, he told you, baby. He told you that he'll be bringing the Grammys. Maybe this song or this collaboration is the one that will make Sarkodie bring the Grammys.
So can we read the tweets?
So we'll go back to the tweets and keep reading. No, please skip this one. Bob Marley looking for Sarkodie.
There was one that we skipped. I don't know if we can find it again.
Did it have
read it off
words or something?
Oh yes, it did. Okay. But anyway, gig growl. Okay, bro, Sarkodie can't catch a break. So make Bob Marley resurrect to validate the song. Oh, you guys.
I know. Right?
Mark says this Indomie generation thinks Sarkodie was featured by Naira Marley, so they were expecting some Asokpo kind of vibes. Man, Bob Marley is a legend. Ambitious Business says that Asaka 1 million. Asaka Obahema track is 1 million times bigger than Bob Marley featuring Sarkodie. No comment, just check the stats.
Are you kidding me right now?
Well, he says check the stats. Producer, maybe you can check the stats.
No, but this song is even about to come out today. It's not even out. So what stats are we supposed to check?
It says check the stats.
No, what stats are we supposed to check?
Maybe check the original song. King Kwab says Ghana is a sick country to think that Sarkodie doing a refix of Bob Marley Stir It Up is really absurd and stupid to me.
Yeah.
Like the guy died 3 decades ago. Still, Shatter's collabo with Beyonce remains the biggest in this country. Okay.
Really? Okay, that's your opinion.
All day, okay. Shatter Legacy says Sark will start acting insane very soon because there's no way Bob Marley in Ghost will spare that finish. Oh no, you guys don't do that. Kwesi Plug says, which is a bigger collaboration, Beyonce and Shatta Wale or Bob Marley and Sarkodie? Well, let's wait for the full song to come out and then we can have that conversation. Osikeni Reinhardt says, so Sarkodie got me listening to Bob Marley with some wild playlists on Spotify. Mr. Augustine says, someone said Bob Marley's family members should arrest Sarkodie.
It's a collaboration.
Why should they? Yeah.
It's a collaboration.
And this is a tweet from Bob Marley's page as well. Yeah. So that is validation.
Right.
As well. Mr. Augustine says someone's... Okay, no, we've read that already. Oh, you guys are mean. I cannot read the next one. Let's move on. Sarkodie's lawyer. 2 times a guy says the fun fooling is plenty on the timeline. Bob Marley Stir It Up is actually a crazy masterpiece when he puts Sarkodie's verse
on mute.
Oh no.
What does it mean? On mute means that Charlie
when you
shut
don't
up.
Listen, We'll activate the phone line.
Yeah, but don't worry. There's always this thing about Sarkodie and whether he's a true rap legend that it always goes on social media.
But
I think he is.
Sarkodie is.
In his own right.
I think enough of the disrespect.
He is a legend. He's the best rapper
ever. Relax. For
he's
me,
the highest.
I think it's the comparing him to Shatta Wale, and that's where the issue
Why do
comes.
you have to compare
different genres?
No, I get it. But
They
I'm
do
saying
different
that
genres.
the reason why you see a lot of disrespect on the timeline for Sarkodie is because a lot of people compare his success in music to Shatta Wale's success. And so you see the Sark Nation team and, of course, Sark's camp, Shatta's camp, always going at each other because of that, exactly. So I think the disrespect needs to stop. Are they all doing something great in their own space? They are, and we can equally love them without bringing one down just to elevate the other.
I have this one from a friend of mine, Emmanuel Akolo, and he says that pastors, imams, and even fetish priests can sing Bob Marley songs in church. Often just ask Obofo and then Obinim. You know, sometimes. And Seth Abloso also says that the legendary Bob Marley is and always will be. He cannot be discussed in the past. God bless Rastafari. Conscious, man.
Conscious.
Jamaica. We're taking a break. We'll be right back.